Hello, everybody. As you may have heard, Disneyland is said to be one of, if not the happiest place on earth, although that comes at a cost. Most people who visit the park don't realize that the park is highly controlled and even hides a few secrets. But for most, this doesn't matter because it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to visit the park. For others that do want to know more about the famous park, here are 10 things Disney doesn't want you to know. Wait time lies. It turns out that those estimated wait times aren't remotely scientific. They are simply put up there to make people feel better. If guests are in lines longer than the wait time, then at least they're in line. If they get on a ride faster, then it's good news. There's nothing worse than waiting to get on a ride and seeing that there's an hour wait for that particular ride. Although if the sign was to say 35 to 40 minutes wait time, you'd probably be more tempted to wait in line and feel better about the time that you've spent in the park. Underground tunnels. The tunnels are where Disneyland has its hustle and bustle. Part of the effort to keep Disney looking like it's a perfect wonderland is keeping trash collection and employee movement out of the public eye. In order to do this, the park has built a massive underground tunnel area where most of the park's work is done. Who would have thought, while you and your family are walking around the park, there are dozens, if not hundreds, of Disney workers walking right beneath you in a bunch of underground tunnels. Feral cats. Apparently, feral cats are everywhere within the park. It shouldn't be a real surprise that feral cats make the park's home. At one point, it was thought that Disney World had more than 200 cats on its grounds. There was a time when they tried to get rid of the cats, but then the workers realized they were getting rid of mice and rats. The cats tend to only come out at night when the park is mostly empty and go back into hiding when guests start coming. Disney's undercover cops. You might not see a ton of security forces at the Disney parks, but that doesn't mean they aren't there. As a way to make people think everything is perfect, they don't like people to see security guards. Turns out most of the security is undercover cops just waiting to spring into action. So the next time you head along the famous park, see if you can point out just who are the undercover police officers making the park safe. Apparently it's harder to find them than you might think. Rigged games. Many people over the years have mentioned that the games are rigged. Disney has long been accused of rigging the games that are played to make it harder to win. There have even been some games that use wax to increase friction across surfaces. There have been other games where the barkers have actually glued bottles down. Who would have thought that the most famous theme park in the world would have been known to rig machines and such from time to time? Makes sense though. You don't want too many people winning too often, even if it is the happiest place on earth. Smells. Within the park, they try to control your mind or at least make you think differently with smells. Disney has special machines all over the park that emit certain smells that have been proven to elicit sense memories and emotions. The point of this is to steer people towards doing things such as staying longer or going to get something to eat. All of it is geared towards spending more money. This, in our minds, is genius. The part we don't like is the fact that most people that visit the park probably don't know about this and are just taken for a ride for their money. Deaths. Believe it or not, people have died at Disneyland. People have died at Disney far more than people would like you to think. Sometimes it's from heart attacks, sometimes it's from accidents. The fact that people actually die on the grounds is one of the closest held secrets in the parks. It's really a scary thought to think people have passed away in the park, although we don't know for certain if this is ever included in a ride malfunction or just as accidents like heart attacks caused by too much adrenaline. Burial grounds. Disney World and Disneyland are both quite beloved locations, and because of this, there are any number of people that actually want their ashes scattered at the parks after they die. This isn't something Disney wants people doing, so they don't let it become public knowledge. Employees even get special training on how to handle the situation if they see someone trying to leave ashes. The Haunted Mansion at Disneyland tends to be the favorite place for this. We don't know about you, although if we saw this happening, we would probably be in awe. FBI informant. Believe it or not, back in the day, Walt Disney himself was at one time an FBI informant. Snitches get stitches, right? Well, that's how the saying goes anyway, which is probably why Disney doesn't like people to know that Walt Disney was actually an FBI informant. Turns out he actually shared quite a bit of info with J. Edgar Hoover over the years, which is surprising because you would like to think that everything to do with Disney was honest and transparent. Well, not quite. No body modifications. As you can probably imagine, body modifications are not the kind of image Disney wants to promote. In the fictional universe, purity and virtue are placed on a much higher pedestal than sweet tattoos and piercings. Apparently, the rules go so far as to state that even hidden piercings are not allowed to be plugged up temporarily while the staff member is on the clock. A brief list of what Disneyland cast members are banned from having are visible tattoos, body piercings other than ears, earlobe expansion, skin implants. So there you go. That's just 10 things that Disney does not want you to know. That's it for this video. Please leave us a thumbs up for this video if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for future videos just like this one. Thanks for watching and have a great day.